Hi everybody, Sharon here from Crafty Duck Designs. I'm going to take you through this introductory video to kick off our YouTube channel with a look at the Crafty Duck Roses on the Riverbank collection. Now, if you haven't seen this before, this was inspired by my canal boat holidays, which I've done every year for the last probably 5 or 6 years, I think. So you will see some of the history of the canals coming through here. We have the milk jug, the milk churn there. We have the bucket and the watering can here. And then on this particular stamp set, this is the A6 stamp set, you've got some extra flowers, some extra decorative elements. You see lots of swirls on the canal boats. So you've got those extra bits there. And of course the roses and the leaves, which is iconic for the artwork we see on the canals. So this is the A6 Narrowboat Life stamp set, which does come with a corresponding die set as well. So you can stamp out your big elements here and then die cut those. And we've got some extra borders and corners and frilly bits there for you as well. So those are the main kind of images of this collection. We then have some nesting diamonds. There are 9 nesting diamonds all together. Diamonds, again, is an iconic shape that you do see on the canal boats nowadays and historically too. We then move on to this beautiful stencil. This is one of my favourite stencils. We have 2 elements to this stencil. And again, this is reminiscent of the artwork you see on the canal boat. So this beautiful panel here, we have called this the rose panel stencil. And then down this side, so you're almost getting like 2 parts to this stencil. You've got the diamonds, again, those diamonds that you see throughout the canal boat artwork there. So that's your rose panel stencil. This is a heavyweight mylar, which means that you can ink through it, spritz through it. You can also put your pastes through this as well, and you can emboss with this on your die cutting machine, obviously depending on your sandwich of plates for embossing. So that's our stencil. And then we also have an A5 stamp set. Again, these beautiful roses. You have these decorative elements too, borders and corners, little like tulip here as well. These flower petals can sit on top of your leaves. Lots and lots of decorative elements there. So that's your Narrowboat Designs stamp set. If I just show you on the board so you can see how they then stamp out. These are just stamped out in black, but you can see the beautiful clear images. This lends itself very well for putting gems on there, likewise onto the little flower there or onto this little swirl. This is one stamp here with your dots down the side too. Maybe a bit more of a daisy going on here with this image too, so lots you can do with that. I'll just whip through the boards and show you. So those are the A6 elements of Narrowboat Life. Again, you're seeing your little extras on here. And then you do have your corresponding die set. Now, these are all available individually on my website, which is www.mrsicrafts.com. You will find these in the Crafty Duck section, or there is a special offer on the whole collection. Those are your nesting diamonds, so useful. Your little diamond right up to number 9 there. And then lastly, here is the stencil. So all I've done with this is just gone through with a brush with my Distress Oxides, which looks beautiful. So as I say, you can pick out parts of the stencil or you can use the whole stencil in its entirety. I've got some samples to show you to give you an idea of the kind of cards and projects you can make. Now this one, all I've done with this DL card is run the stencil through my die cutter machine with the embossing mat to give me that raised feeling. And then I've put the stencil back on top, used my daubers, used just 3 different colours of ink there to make that lovely panel. You can just put a sentiment on there. You could use that as a blank card. You can also just take out the diamond elements. So again, here I ran this through my with my embossing mat through my die cutting machine, picked up the texture there with the just one colour, used some of the diamonds in there. Great mail card there. We're sticking with the DL size here. This is the stencil here, using some paints through, adding some of the die cut roses there. This banner here where you're seeing the Thinking of You is actually from the boxes and banners from Crafty Duck Designs as well. So that's another die set that is available. And also the sentiment stamp set there. Another sentiment from that stamp set. This is me cleaning my stencil, adding in those roses, spritzing it for a watercolour effect. Bolder colours on this one with the roses, a bit more of a modern twist on the background here. And of course you can start using some of your other mixed media projects and mediums. So here is a like a metallic wax has been used through this one. Here, how about using your glitter pastes? Really, really beautiful. Picking out the different colours there, masking it off and using the different colours. And just in gold too, and incorporating that diamond die and your little corners as well. Beautiful there. So just in gold. So different ideas there with your stencils. We move on to some other samples for you. This is just cleaning the stencil, but how beautiful has that background turned out. Embossing in black to really give you that enamel wear that you see on the canal boats now and in yesteryear. So really, really pretty there. This one has been stamped with the roses stamp on the background there in coloured ink onto black. Adding some little roses there in the bucket looks really effective. Onto some more bolder colours, again using the rose stamps, using this little border here, lending itself so well to the gems and the corners as well. This corner here is actually the waste from die cutting this corner. But nothing goes to waste with us crafters, does it? So that's another idea for you there. Again, with the stencil in the background, bringing in the borders, the banners and the sentiments there too. How about a jug of flowers? So just using the die without the stamp and die cutting all those flowers, backing them onto red, looks very vibrant. And of course, that panel of the stencil in the background. This one, a little bit of glittery film on our diamond here, going into the lemon tones, maybe for a spring look. Likewise with this one, a lovely spring look. And you've got this watering can, so you've got elements of gardening themes running through here as well. And of course, that beautiful stencil there. How about just picking out one colour, working tone on tone there. So the stencil's been used here and then flipped around, creating this nice area for your sentiment. This one looks very vintage with all the elements there. Nice little thank you card. And you can see the A5 stamps have just been used in the background there to create that background. Going on again to one that's been embossed in black, giving that black enamel look. Using your pro markers to colour those elements in. Bit of stenciling. Again, those diamonds just create a frame for your images. Again, the diamond's been used there, just pretty in pink and green leaves there. And again, using some of our sentiments from Crafty Duck. Clean and simple here, using the diamonds here with some stenciling behind. Jug of flowers, adding a bit of lace, adding a bit of different things from your stash, decoupaging up the flowers there. That looks really pretty too. How about a thank you card? Again, just using those really big swirls, adding some embellishments on there too. How about mixing up with other elements you've got? So you may have some different die cuts in your stash. Flowers and butterflies work really well with the roses. So you're going to mix this collection with other things in your stash. How about Stamperia? So this is the Passion papers. Just stamped those stamps in black. Looks really, really striking, really effective. Quite a contemporary modern look here with the diamonds, the leaves, the flowers, adding on those gems there for you. This one is a slightly larger 7x7, again cleaning the stencil in the background and stamping onto a newspaper or some old book pages. Looks really, really effective too. And this one here, again working on a larger 8x8, layering up those diamonds, matting and layering it for you, all does the hard work for you. And again, just some little paper roses. We've got the watering cans with gems, watering those flowers too. This one is a sneak peek at a stencil that I will be bringing you very, very soon. Teaming with the diamonds, just a bit of stencil in the background, bringing in any floral elements, die cuts you may have. And again, another DL one there with the stencil that is a very sneak peek and mixing up with different elements from your craft stash. So they lend themselves to DL cards, they lend themselves to 5x7s, 8x8s, lots and lots of different ways you can use these stamps and dies for you. I did a Facebook Live last night, which was Tuesday the 13th of February, over on the Crafty Duck Designs Facebook page, where I was using some of the elements of the Roses by the Riverbank. So thank you for tuning in for this little test video for our first video. So this has been using Roses on the Riverbank from Crafty Duck Designs, just giving you an overview of the elements and some of the samples. We also have the Crafty Duck Ducklings group where you can head on over, and there are albums of all of these cards for each of our collections, so you can have a look and peruse. And there is a total angel free policy on these guys, so if you're seeing any cards here that you wish to replicate, myself and the girls who have helped me to design these samples, we are more than happy for you to replicate these for your own crafting, to gift to friends, relatives, or to sell as part of your own business too. You can make and sell for charity as well. Endless possibilities, and you know, no stipulation for your angel policy. You can make whatever you so wish. So thanks for tuning in, guys. That is your Roses on the Riverbank by Crafty Duck Designs. Thank you for watching. See you soon.